Good day, everybody. This is JD, or should I say good evening. It's almost 12 o'clock midnight, and I'm here doing a video. I don't know why. I got a comment on YouTube from somebody that says he don't know why I'm doing this because I have no chance in, excuse the expression, hell, in ever winning. And my comment back is, yes, I know you're right. My chances are very slim, as long as people like you have that attitude. See, if you listen to Ron Paul, he's beginning to get the attitude like he has no chance because he's been slighted by the media. Truth is, you out there are the only people who will decide who has a chance or who does not. How you support the people who are running for president will decide who will be the president or who will not. Now, you can have your choice and continue going the same old way we've had since the Civil War between the Republicans and the Democrats. It doesn't matter which party you choose. They are political parties, they are political machines, they are big money. Or you're going to have to turn the other way and say, hey, wait, look, there's somebody down there. He's a little different. He's like me. I think he can do the job better than any political machine that they ever invented. But before you even cast one thought of voting for me, I ask that you completely check me out. I want you to know exactly where I stand, how I stand, what I stand for. When it's all done, you'll say, hey, wait a minute. He only stands for me. He doesn't stand for anybody else. Just for me. He doesn't want to support any big money. He doesn't want to support any big companies. All he wants to do is get me, the American people, in this nation, back to work. All he wants to do is put the United States of America back where it belongs. We don't need to be a superpower. We just need to be a great nation. We don't need to buy friends. We must be strong enough to be able to stand alone if we must. Right now, we can't do either. We can't be a great nation because we're too busy interfering with the rest of the world. And we can't stand alone because we cannot fend for ourselves. Those are just a few of the flaws. Our economic program has gone global, and that's the reason why people are losing jobs in this nation, is because once it goes global, other nations will provide places that are a lot cheaper to manufacture goods. And once manufacturing leaves the nation, remember what I said about economics 101? You have to have the raw materials, you have to have the manufacturing, and you have to have the consumption. If you don't have all three, you have nothing. Now, we for a long time had all three, and we built a very strong economy on it. Our raw materials, we're beginning to regulate ourselves so we no longer have the raw materials. We're beginning to regulate business so strictly that we are beginning to lose any form of manufacturing. So all we have is the spending. And that money's going to run out. We are in a recession that has hit the rest of the world, I'd say at least 10 to 100 times harder than it has hit us. The reason that we aren't knocked to our knees is because we don't give up. We don't fight. We don't do the sitting around and occupying. We get up and act. We take our nation seriously. I guess you people who are in the Occupy syndrome, maybe you need to look into J.D. Creveau also. Because J.D. Creveau is here to represent you, not big business. And please, don't talk to me about socialism as the ideal government. The ideal government is a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's what the people of the nation wants, not one special group or another special group. It's what the nation as a whole. Of course, if you really truly believe socialism is the ideal answer, I'll be glad to discuss it with you. We'll go into communities that are basically totally built with people who are on welfare and see what's wrong there. Because the American welfare system is about as pure a socialist system as you can get anywhere in the world. Let's see what we have there. Yes, here we are in a capitalist nation, and probably the most pure socialism that exists is right here in our borders. You may not like to hear that, but go look at it. We are not a democracy, we are a republic. We can have socialism in our country, and we can have democracy. We can have an economic program that's based on capitalism that also encompasses socialism. For example, Social Security and unemployment is a socialistic idea. But they are needed very dearly in our economic program to offset major recessions when they happen. They will kick in automatically to protect or reduce the effect. Now, Social Security is not an entitlement, and people need to quit calling it that. It is actually an insurance program that's paid for by the American citizens. And it's not a retirement either. It is a supplement towards income when you become older. Like, for example, me, who people won't hire no more because of an injury in my back. So I'm going to college. And then I'll probably become a business administrator or business management program. But that's down the road. Or even President of the United States. That will all depend on you. Bottom line is, people, it all depends on you. You could send your money to the political parties. Doesn't matter which one name you use it, but it goes to the political parties. And then at the end, the political party will decide who their candidates will be. And that's who you get to vote for. Or you can look towards me, check me out, and say, hey, let's get this ball rolling. Let's get started. Let's show the world we are much more than just two political parties. And we can make a difference. But it'll only be us together. And that's the only way it will happen. We must understand that we must, somewhere in time, take full responsibility of our nation. And must understand that we, as a people, must answer for our nation. And as such, we must require our nation to perform as we see fit. But to do that, we must take charge. Are you up to the task? Can you handle that responsibility? That's what I'm telling you we're going to do. Us together. You, me, and everybody else in this nation. When I stand before Congress as the President of the United States, I will not stand alone. When I stand before Congress, each and every one of you out there will stand with me. And together, we will remove our nation from those people, that 1%, the big business, the people who have all that money. For they'll find out what money really is. But it's going to have to take you, each and every one of you. And not hundreds of dollars from each and every one of you either. I do need a couple dollars from each and every one of you, because I have to raise $100,000 from 20 states or more. And I need your names, so I can compound them, combine them, and send them to the Federal Election Commission. Once that is done, everything else will fall in place. I need a legal team to help me. I need to build a cabinet. A cabinet for the people. Not as large as the one Obama has or Bush had. We don't need one that big. Understand, though, education will be there. Department of Education will be there. And people, many years ago, it was decided in our nation that you had to go to school to 6th grade. Then 8th grade. You had to graduate 8th grade. That had ceremonies and everything. Then high school. Now it is required that you need college, and I will agree with that. And I would like to see each and every community college become part of the federal education program. Which means that each and every student should have the right and the ability to go to either a trade school or a community college to enhance their ability to perform in a viable and profitable career of the future. Education will fall right in behind common defense. The thing is, we must understand what the purpose of education is. It's to educate, not brainwash, but to educate each and every citizen so they can become a productive and profitable individual within our society. And if we have a free and open society, that means you cannot brainwash them. Just like I'll tell you the truth right now. George Washington was the 8th president, not the 1st. John Hanson was the 1st president of the United States of America. Yes, it was under the Articles of Confederation, but he was the first elected by Congress and appointed. And from there, we continue on. And I'm not going to lie about anything. And I'm going to be truthful as much as I can. If ever should I have to lie, instead of lying, I will tell you. Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies. People, it's our nation. It's up to you to be responsible and take control and accept it. Or you can continue letting the political parties, the Republicans or Democrats, it doesn't matter which one, even the Libertarians, you can continue letting political parties run the country. But if you do so, don't complain afterwards when you have nothing and they have everything. It's going to be one of two ways. It's either going to be the political parties and the money machines, or you the people. But the choice right now is up to you and you alone. Thank you. This is JD. Check out the Constitution of this party. That's www.theconstitutionparty.com. You can find my address there. Write me a letter. Tell me what you think. If you want to help, send me some money. Not for me, but for the campaign. Because I don't really need any money for anything. Except for the run for president. Because unless I get it from you, I can't become a viable candidate. Thank you. This is JD. Even Donald Trump, with all his money, if he does not get $100,000 for 20 states or more, he could not be a candidate. Thank you. You have a nice day. This is JD.